Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to solve a linear differential equation whose order is 1 and whose degree is also 1. So let us see what is the general form of such equations. The linear differential equation of first order and first degree is of the form dy by dx plus p into y equal to q, where both p and q are functions of x. So note that the order is 1 because it has only dy by dx and its degree is also clearly 1. Now let us first state the solution to this differential equation, which goes like this: y into e raised to integral p dx. So this small integral is the exponent, equal to integral of q into e raised to integral p dx plus c. Now since the order of this differential equation is 1, it will have one arbitrary constant in the solution, which is capital C here. Now let us verify this. First of all, let us differentiate both sides of this solution with respect to x. Now the sorry. Now the LHS involves product of two functions. So we'll have to apply the product rule there. So it will be d by dx of y into e raised to integral p dx plus y into d by dx of e raised to integral p dx. So I applied the product rule there, equal to the derivative of the RHS, which is d by dx of integral q into e raised to integral p dx plus c. Now the first term will be as it is. In the second term, uh, you need to apply the chain rule. So it will be e raised to integral p dx because derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x into derivative of that exponent, which will be integral p dx. And on RHS, it will simply be q into e raised to integral p dx because this differentiation will cancel this integration or nullify its effect, and d by dx of constant is 0. Okay, so in the next step, mm, this e raised to integral p dx will be as it is, and d by dx of integral p dx will simply be equal to p. Therefore, the derivative of this e raised to integral p dx is simply p into e raised to integral p dx. Now, if you see this solution, rather the thing which we obtained on differentiating the solution, all of its terms contain the factor e raised to integral p dx. It is there, and on RHS it is there. This factor, which we deliberately multiplied and we found it to be useful, is known as an integrating factor. So let us divide it by that factor e raised to integral p dx. So if we do that, we'll get dy by dx plus py equal to q, which is the differential equation with which we had started. Hence, the solution y e raised to integral p dx equal to integral q into e raised to integral p dx plus c is indeed a solution to this differential equation because it satisfies this equation. So let's keep in mind that we deliberately multiplied by e raised to integral p dx and we arrived at the required solution. Now let us solve a couple of problems. So I just reproduced it for your reference. First example: x into dy by dx plus y is equal to x squared plus 1. Let us first try to write down this differential equation into the standard form. So we'll have to divide both sides by x. So now the equation becomes dy by dx plus 1 upon x of y is equal to x squared plus 1 upon x. So this function in red is our p and this function in blue is our q. Now we know that the solution is given by y into e raised to integral p dx. Since p is 1 upon x, let us put it here, equal to integral of x squared plus x upon x, which is q, into again e raised to 1 upon x dx. Now integral of 1 upon x is natural log of x, which is ln x. So it will be ey into e raised to ln x, equal to again integral of x squared plus 1x as it is into e raised to ln x dx. And since exponentiation and taking logarithms involves two inverse functions, their effect will simply be x. So e raised to ln x will be merely x, equal to, again this e raised to ln x will be x, and the x in the denominator and this x, they will cancel each other, and we are left with integral of x squared plus 1 dx, which is fairly easy to evaluate. Integral of x squared will be x cube upon 3, and integral of 1 will simply be x. And let's not forget to write the constant of integration, which is the arbitrary constant arising because of the order. So the required solution is xy or yx equal to x cube upon 3 plus x plus c. Now if you differentiate this particular thing both sides with respect to x, we will get the differential equation. Let's solve one more problem. This problem reads x cos x into dy by dx plus cos x minus x sin x into y equal to 1. As we did in the first problem, let's try to bring this in the standard form. So we divide both sides by x cos x. We will get dy by dx plus, now this cos x when divided by x cos x will leave 1 upon x, minus x sin x when divided by x cos x will give us sin x upon cos x, which is tan x, and on RHS it will be 1 upon x into cos x, so that 1 upon cos x will go in the numerator and become sec x. So now this has now taken the standard form of the linear differential equation of first order and first degree, where p is 1 upon x minus tan x and q is sec x upon x. Now applying the solution, it will be y into e raised to integral p dx, and p is 1 upon x minus tan x, equal to integral of q, which is sec x upon x, into e raised to integral of 1 upon x minus tan x dx. So in this step we just substituted the values of, or not values, we substituted the functions p and q. Now integral of 1 upon x is log x or ln x, and integral of tan x is ln of sec x. So these are standard formulas. It will be better if you have a list of those formulas with you. Okay. So LHS is y into e raised to ln x minus ln sec x, equal to, again this sec x upon x will be as it is in this step, and this e raised to integral p dx, which we evaluated here, it will come here again. So it will be e raised to ln x minus ln of sec x. Now using the property of logarithms, ln x minus ln sec x will be x upon sec x. So LHS will be y into e raised to ln of x upon sec x, equal to integral of sec x upon x e raised to again ln of x upon sec x dx. Now as we did in the first problem, taking the exponents and again taking the logarithms, or the other way, since they are inverse functions, this expression e raised to ln of x upon sec x will simply become x upon sec x. So LHS will be y into x upon sec x, and even this term in this big integral will be x upon sec x. So this sec x upon x and x upon sec x, they will cancel each other, and there should will have only one. Oh, sorry for the typo. It should be only dx. So in this step, we have used the property of logarithmic functions and the exponential functions, and we got RHS as one, or rather integral one dx. So on integrating this, we will get x plus the constant of integration c. So the final solution is x into y upon sec x is equal to x plus c. So I would suggest you to start from this point and again arrive at the original differential equation. So that should be a good exercise. Okay. Thanks for watching my videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. And if you want any videos or topics explained by me, please contact me on this email ID, or you can even leave a comment below the YouTube video. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.